Hello and welcome to the Optimal Being video blog presented by ConsciousLifeNews.com, your daily source for news and articles about conscious living on planet Earth. I'm your host, Jonathan Willbanks, and today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite brands of healthy and non-genetically modified snack foods. Food should taste good. That is the brand, and I very much agree with that statement, that our food should taste good and that healthy food does not have to taste like quote-unquote health food. So full disclosure, Small Planet Foods, the parent company of Food Should Taste Good, was kind enough to send me a rather large sampler of some of their products in the hopes that I might write a review. But as I've been a longtime fan of the brand, I'm absolutely happy to do that and to share that with you. And there are some particular advantages of Food Should Taste Good that I'll get to in a moment. But one of the largest advantages is that they use non-genetically modified ingredients. And this is really important whenever you're going to mainstream grocery stores in particular, like Target, Walmart, Sam's, Ralph's, Vaughn's, etc., any mainstream grocery store. Most of the snack products that you're going to see will contain at least one genetically modified ingredient and sometimes several. So for example, corn that you're going to see in Doritos or tortilla chips, almost all of that, unless it says organic or specifically says non-genetically modified, is going to be GM corn. And there are two varieties of this. One is the particularly nasty kind called BT corn, and this corn is engineered to produce its own pesticide at a cellular level. And when insects consume this corn, the pesticide in its cells actually cause their stomachs to rupture and explode. And we are told that this is perfectly safe and healthy for us to eat, despite an abundant lack of evidence in support of this. And then the other variety of GM corn is going to be Roundup Ready corn, and Roundup is a toxic herbicide that kills weeds and includes a very toxic component called glyphosate. So most genetically modified crops are going to be very high in levels of these particularly nasty toxins, and this is also going to extend in terms of Roundup Ready crops to soybean, canola. Those are the big ones: corn, soy, and canola. So anytime you see those ingredients on the label, unless it says otherwise, you can pretty much bet that they're going to be genetically modified. So when you go to a normal store, it's very hard to avoid these. And sometimes you can't always go to Whole Foods. You can't always go to Trader Joe's. And one of the things that I love about Food Should Taste Good chips, aside from the fact that they taste delicious, is that they're very widely available, that you can get them at all of those places I just named. Almost any grocery store nowadays has these. Even Starbucks has these in single-serving bags. They taste fantastic, and they have very simple ingredients. Like, for example, this is my favorite here, which is the kettle-cooked original sweet potato chip. And it's got 3 ingredients: sweet potatoes, sunflower oil, and sea salt. So when I call this a healthy food, I want to clarify what I mean by that, because the word healthy has gotten a little bit jumbled in our modern health vernacular. There's 2 ways you can interpret healthy. One of them means it promotes weight loss, that it's a diet food. This is not a diet food, although it is a much healthier option than, let's say, Doritos or Pringles. But it's still not a diet food because most of their chips are based in corn. So moderation is key, as with all things. But when I say healthy, I mean that these are snack foods that are made from real ingredients, from simple ingredients that are free of toxic or artificial additives and preservatives, and are free of genetically modified ingredients. And in some cases, some of the ingredients are organic. For example, on the blue corn chips, those are made from organic corn. So these are a really good option, and they're going to be better than 95% of the other snack food options on the market. There are a few other healthy chip and snack food brands that I like, but those are available usually only at health food stores. And even if you're shopping at health food stores, these are still a very good choice. But if you need something that's widely accessible and very affordable, these are a great option. Now, they are not organic. Like I said, a few of the ingredients are. But the non-genetically modified status, the lack of MSG, the lack of artificial flavorings and colorings, I think, and also the very affordable price relative to some of the other more expensive gourmet organic chip brands, I think makes it a great value. So when you're on the go in particular, this is really a great brand to check out. So I've been a fan of this brand for a long time for 2 reasons in particular. One is the transparency in labeling. As you can see on the back, there's a really handy key here that shows you exactly what's in it. In the case of this one, it's all natural, certified gluten-free, certified vegan, low sodium, certified kosher, cholesterol-free, no MSG, no trans fat, a good source of fiber, no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives, and an excellent source of whole grains. Now, Beyond that, another thing that I appreciate about the brand is their customer service, and I had an experience with this last week. When I contacted them, I noticed that the non-GMO status from this little key here had disappeared, and so I called them to ask what had happened. Were they no longer using non-GMO ingredients? And they assured me that they were using the same ingredients they've always used, but that they're in the process of joining the Non-GMO project, which is a really great initiative. It's an independent third party that allows vendors to voluntarily submit their products for certification, and then you get the gold standard label of non-GMO certification on your products. So because they're in the process of transitioning to that program, and that program has very stringent requirements, one of the conditions was that they have to temporarily remove the other non-GMO certification that they were using. So that will be coming back. The ingredients are still non-GMO, but what I appreciated was the fact that I was able to call the number on the back of their bag, and within 2 or 3 rings get a hold of a real person, a friendly person, who was not only willing to help me, but was informed enough to be able to help me, who was able to immediately answer my question. And I very much appreciated that, and that's rare, even with a lot of the organic and healthy brands. When you call on the phone, it's sometimes rare that they have all of the information that you need. So I think that this brand has a great philosophy, is very well managed, and makes much healthier options than we're used to that you can still get at any mainstream grocery store. So I encourage you to check them out. You will not be disappointed. They are absolutely delicious. So that is it for this episode of the Optimal Being video blog. As always, I encourage you to leave any comments or questions that you might have either below this video on YouTube or on the original article on Conscious Life News. Feel free to suggest any topics for future episodes of this blog that you would like to see. I will be very responsive to those. And I also encourage you to subscribe to my channel on YouTube so that you can receive all of the latest updates of this blog. I've got about 2 or 3 episodes a week coming out, and those will show up directly on your YouTube homepage. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and until next time, be well.